So really quickly, we wanted to do an episode about cars, but then we ended up talking about high school. So it's high school-isimo. But I'll leave the car part in too. But we will do an episode about cars after going to a what?
Car show.
Pew, 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 pew. Woo, woo, woo. Welcome back to Isimo. We have another Patreon shout out for okay. There's no guns on our Patreon, fool.
Well,
Jarito, you're
but
right.
he's security.
Speaking of Jaritos, Jaritos are our $20 tier of the Patreon, but we have a $5 Yorolanda tier. Check out Yorolanda, all pensive behind me right here, fool. Where you get access to the Discord and episodes every week. But for $20 you get a picture in the studio and a shout out on the podcast. Which, by the way, Jaritos, send me your pictures, dude. Send the pictures and look at all these names, fool. You don't want your picture on the wall? I almost cussed. Anyways, shout out to Jaritos. We have a couple of new Jaritos. Alejandro, Alex Knotts, Alex Nunez, Aparni Rani, David Cerato, Eddie Bravo, Fantastic Fat Man. Change the name.
Why?
No, you're right. Imperium Sloth, Isai Facio, Izzy Sandoval. I said it. Oh my God, I said it twice.
Because it's so nice.
Kareem, Daria, Nia Town, Nicholas Moreno, aka Calzone. Calzone. Serena, Susana Guzman, Veronica Lopez, Yesenia Oropesa, and Zialtino, who is the face behind Dominic and Ryan. But yeah, go ahead and join us on Patreon. The link is in the description. And welcome to Isimo Podcast.
It's my podcast.
My name is Gerardo Alarcon.
My name is Dominic Angel.
Say it, fool.
My voice is already that high. My name's Ryan Reyes.
We did not do that because your voice is high, dog.
Picking on me.
Hey, guys. Hey, don't listen to Ryan. Fucking follow us on YouTube. Subscribe to our Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Leave a rating and review. And follow us on Instagram at Isimo Podcast. ISIMOPODCAST. Speaking of tea, check out Legacy Teas and Spot. Damn, fool, I'm sick, dog.
Yeah. Segues in this
well, it doesn't work if you stop in the middle of it
and say that I'm sick.
No, right?
Yeah.
You cut off the segue to say how cool the segue was.
Check out Legacy Teas and Spices. We have a promo code. Isimo20 with our very own Isimo Fresa blend. Which is bomb. It tastes like Duvalin.
It's very delicious.
Yes, very delicious tea. Check it out. Isimo20 is the promo code for 20% off the online store. You can also get Domsy the Bombsy, which is, let's say it all together, liquid chocolate, fool. That's what that is, dog. And it's bomb. I thought I was going to hate it, but I love it. And I have some in my fucking, on top. I was going to say in the refrigerator, but it's on top of the refrigerator.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good. Shout out to, who's gonna give a shout out to? Oh, shout out to all my brother's friends, fool. I finally met somebody fucking that likes me in the wild,
yeah.
dog.
Yeah, you sent us that picture. It looked like they were asking you to be their leader.
I told them let's take a Last Supper picture, dog.
And that's why.
Yeah.
Dude, I saw that plate of mustard. I'm like, man, they're hardcore fans.
I know they had a mustard in there too, dog.
There was a plate just covered in mustard.
But shout out to them. I guess they didn't know I was coming for Super Bowl, and they were already watching Isimo, dude. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't say it was because of you two. You know what I mean? So I have some favorites out there, dog.
I saw that we got a message on Instagram saying that Gerardo is somebody's favorite.
Yeah.
So I deleted it.
Damn, I gotta get my fucking flowers while I'm still here, dog. Dang. You guys want to kill me, dog?
Nobody said it with their chest though on a fucking voicemail.
Oh shit! Do you want me to check right now, fool? Because we got new voicemails.
Oh, I mean, if you're down.
Let's save it for another day.
Yeah.
We do have a couple more voicemails. Leave us a voicemail at the number on the screen. I believe it's 820-474-6644. That's 820-ISIMO-HIGH. Right, guys?
Say hi.
And say hi, fool.
Hello.
Yeah, I want you guys to ask us questions, all right? I think we're in the shout-out phase of our voicemail lifelong journeys. I don't know what I'm saying. Say it, Ryan.
Call us up on our voicemail and ask us a question.
That was Ryan for the audio-only listeners.
Very good at ventriloquism.
Yeah, very good at ventriloquism.
Wait, say it again now. Say it again.
Call us up on our...
It's hot coffee.
It's hot coffee. Shout out to everyone. Thank you for listening. And the podcast just keeps getting better and better, right, guys?
Yeah, we're feeling good today.
Yeah, we haven't seen each other in 2 weeks.
Thank God.
What the fuck?
I mean, no, we love you.
Yeah, we love you, fool. And you say thank God, Doug.
Thank God we're seeing each other.
Oh, that's so sweet of you, dude.
Yeah, you know.
You
Not
want to play vampires?
with you. You're next too big. I get lockjaw.
Anyways, what are we talking about today? I don't want lockjaw, fool. I want fang tooth, Doug. Okay, I want those canines, homie.
I got sharp teeth.
I do too. Everyone's in your family.
I know. I see your teeth, Doug. Damn, fool.
Yep.
You're supposed to have 2 sharp teeth. Not every tooth be sharp, homie.
Yeah, man.
There's supposed to be like a story behind having sharp. I think they're the canines of the mouth.
Canines of the mouth.
I mean, I think that's what the tooth is called. The canines.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just heard
be
it.
quick about it, Doug.
No, because I just heard him like, yeah, that sounded stupid. Because I think most people have like 1 or 2. It's like supposed to be rare to have all 4, but
He came down with canines.
The doctor's like, yeah, you seem to have a case of canines in the mouth.
But I'm told having 1 or 2 is rare, or
Bark
is
food?
common. Having all 4 is rare. But I have all 4. I don't know if you have all 4.
I do. I can't fucking see you do too.
It's been a fun episode.
It's been a fun episode.
just
So anyways, don't fly. No, but what are we talking about today? I think Dominic wants to take it away.
Lowriders, food.
Just lowriders, Doc. We're doing a Car-Isimo, dude. Cars, fool.
Did you see Car's room?
Cars, fool.
Yeah, they make room sounds, dude. What do you looking at me like I'm crazy for?
Cars go vroom vroom,
Cars go
dog.
vroom.
Yeah, fool.
That's the first thing they teach you in school, dude.
Yeah. How do you get to school, fool? Vroom vroom, dog. And if your mom's mad, honk honk, homie. Anyway, so yeah, today we're talking cars. I want to say that Dominic's new to the car game, right?
Yeah, I know nothing about cars.
Hey, I don't want to say that I know anything either.
All the lights on my dashboard are on.
Is that true?
No.
Because I was going to say, is that bad? I know that's bad. Fool.
Yeah, it is bad. That means your whole shit's fucked up.
Is that what the mechanic says?
Yeah.
So the shit is fucked up, fool.
He's wiping off a wrench.
He's like, you're going to have to replace your shit because that's fucked up.
We checked that out, fool. Your shit's all fucked up. I would go to a mechanic just like that.
Anyways, so yeah, I've had a car ever since I was 16.
Cool.
18.
Oh, you had your first car at 18?
Yeah.
What kind of car was it?
I didn't get my own car till I was 20. Like, that I bought. I got a Jetta. It was a 2006 blue Jetta. And then everybody made fun of me because the League had just come out, and everybody said that all hot girls drive Jettas.
Damn, fool.
And so everybody was like, "Oh, you're a girl, fool." I'm like, "This is a nice car."
Yeah. I love Jettas, dude. You know why? Some of them are on diesel.
Oh yeah, and that's cheaper, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, it depends on where you go.
I don't know.
It was funny. I actually used to be really into cars. It was
Yeah.
like one of my hyper focuses, and then I got out of them, and now I don't remember jack shit.
Which is not typical of your hyper focusing.
Yeah.
Don't get
Well,
you
like
started
in
on
the
bees,
moment,
dog.
I retain a lot of it, but like I couldn't point to a car and tell you, if it's a classic car, specifically what kind, because after a while they start to look alike in my head.
He's like, you know what my favorite car is? Bumblebee from Transformers, dog. Just kidding.
My in high school.
You're like, did you guys hear that?
In high school, everybody was into cars around me. Like that's the only reason I knew about Supras, or was it Skylines when we talked about it?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. Because like everybody,
That was on the Patreon.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
don't think regular people are going to hear that.
yeah, we were talking about.
They could for $5.
I used to call, for $5 you could check it out. I used to call my uncle's shop asking for a Skyline engine as a kid and be like prank calling him. He's like, hey, no, stop calling, Anyway, so sorry.
Dude, it's so funny. Frank almost started crying. I wanted Skyline engine. Oh my god.
He couldn't control himself, but then he was really smooth after
himself,
that.
yeah.
It was crazy.
I wanted to share that on the YouTube, but I don't want my uncle's business to be looking bad because he called him Paul Walker on crack. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he knew Skyline engine, dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'll probably share it.
Yeah, there was a racing game. So like, it's funny because the version that I played, okay, so there was a video game. I forget what it's called. I'm sure everybody fucking knows about it in the comments. Let us know. No, it wasn't Need for Speed. It was like, it was a game. It was a racing game where you would like, you would switch. Like it was like a Tokyo drifting racing game, but you had a card that you would like, it would carry it with you.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And so like you would buy a car and then like carry the data on this like little like little card.
So it's like an arcade game?
Yeah, it's an arcade game.
Yeah,
so you could go to and then like people have tournaments and shit, so you bring your card. My version of that was fucking racehorses. I played a racehorsing game. It was really fun.
Yeah, at the old, there was like an old Brunswick bowling alley that had one of those. It was like a huge arcade game, and I just brain farted. It was like a.
You would buy train horses.
You buy train horses, and you can collect it. And
We talked about this before, right? On an episode.
so.
Yeah. Oh, my uncle's episode.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, everybody in high school, like we would go to arcades, and I was like playing Time Crisis because I was all fucking into shooting and shit.
Yeah.
And
It's funny. Everyone's like showing off their cars, and then we're like, "I have a horse named Brown Sugar."
Yeah. But it was funny
He loves
because
apples.
you would have to like shift gears and stuff in the game, and so like my friends would just be playing like. They would just be like looking all serious, and their whole hand was like.
I don't know what you're doing. Switching gears.
Switching gears, they would shift.
They would just flick
They
them
would
in
go
the
from fifth to sixth gear.
Yeah.
It was funny. I didn't know anything about like whenever I tried to play like racing games, I just go to sixth gear as fast as possible and then I stay there.
I used to play this thing on, Flash games.
Yeah.
There was like some websites that you could play in school. So
Yeah.
I'd be in computer class just playing, I forget what it was called. I think Drag Racing Flash 3.0 or some shit like that.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And it's the most pointless game. All you do is just go and then like shift up to sixth gear and just go and then just drive the rest of the way. Anyways, but we're here to talk about lowriders. I'm just kidding. Does anyone in your family ever have a lowrider?
Not a lowrider, but my parents were into like classic cars, especially like there's stories my mom used to tell us about her and her dad. He loved fixing up cars.
Yeah.
So I think, what was the car she got from him? It was like a blue.
I don't know.
It was like one of her first cars was a classic car. I forget which one though.
Yeah.
Fuck, we should have asked her.
What's it called? To be clear though, too, Ryan you've never driven a car before?
No, I don't drive.
Have you ever driven a car?
Yeah, like in practice. Like I know how to. There's a lot to go into it. Why I don't drive.
I'm legally blind.
Just waiting for me to say it.
Yes,
I am though. I'm like legally blind in my right eye.
P.O.P. Mama, I love you. Anyway, sorry.
I hope that no one but you gets that. It's just for you.
Yeah, my grandpa used to collect cars. Like he would buy something in the winter and then have it fixed up by the next summer, and then he would drive it around and then sell it and then do it all over again.
Did anyone in your family ever own a Volkswagen Bug, dude?
No, but I always wanted one. There was like when I was gonna buy my first car, I still remember it.
Yeah.
There was a Volkswagen. It was a '66 yellow Volkswagen Beetle,
Yeah.
and it was fucking nice.
It's also known as the Mexican G-Wagon, dog.
Oh, is it?
No. But every Mexican wants a Beetle, dog. It's my experience.
Well, I've also heard that cars like that, or like old kind of like I wouldn't say, like lemons, are good for when you're trying to develop an engine.
Yeah. I thought I put it on.
A lot of like I was telling people, don't believe when I say this, but there's a bunch of dudes that collect cars in the neighborhood I live now, and some of them at night they like race. And you could tell which houses are the ones that are racing at night because they all have a car like that, where it's like kind of a dumpy car, but it's just for the engine.
Yeah.
So that's where I learned that.
But nobody's ever owned a Volkswagen in your family, no? Dude, my dad has the 57 Bug.
Oh, yeah.
That I bought. So, like, this Bug has been in my family for years, right?
Tight.
My dad used to own multiple Bugs when I was not born yet, right? I thought I was younger, but no, I wasn't even born yet. My uncle Neto, rest in power, passed away. He had gave him his 71, I think it was. I could be wrong.
Nice.
Bug, and then had to sell it because of the funeral expenses to bury my Tio Neto. But he always kept the 57. And there's like, dude, I didn't know my dad was a scrapbooker, homie. He had there's like one photo album with a bunch of like bugs, like a white woman loves Volkswagens. You know what I mean?
That just sounds like a kid who's into bugs.
yeah. But I found it once and it was like pink bugs. I think the 71 was pink.
Oh, nice.
And
don't let Vin Diesel know about it.
Why?
There's a whole story about he bought somebody's car and it was like their family car for generations.
So sorry, because you need context for it.
He has better context. I'll let him tell it.
So in Cuba, they filmed one of the Fast and the Furious movies in Cuba.
Yeah.
And so in Cuba, one of the ways that people like maintain wealth is they keep like classic cars. And like that's kind of like their investment. Like if they have an emergency or if they like want to pass something down, like they pass down these cars. So like Cuba is like filled with like classic cars.
Yeah.
So they were shooting in Cuba and Vin Diesel saw this car and like it was it's been in there for generations. And he told them, I want to buy your car and I want to put it in the movie. And so they're like, oh, hell yeah. So like they sold it for hundreds of thousands of dollars, I think. And they sold it and they fucking exploded it. And the family was like devastated.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
You can see like the scene that it's used in, that's actually happening to the car on purpose though. And they literally blow the shit out of that car by the end of the scene. And that actually happened.
Yeah.
He blew up that family's car.
That's fucked up. Dude.
Yeah. Literally, they could have done a dummy car, like just dressed it up, but he bought like a real car and fucking blew up their family car. I mean, at least they made some money off of it, but it's like, fuck, dude, like.
Apparently, Vin Diesel's a terrible person.
I mean,
I've heard stories. I don't know.
Listen, I don't think The Rock is a reliable source, but that fool hates him.
I've heard like when it comes to his movies, he's kind of, you know, because supposedly, like as a person, he's the nicest. But I think people are only referencing when he's talking to his kids, because everyone else tells stories where he's kind of
a douchebag.
Vin Diesel or The Rock?
A Vin douchebag.
Got him.
You gotta think though, he is the person that picked the last name Diesel for himself.
Yeah.
Pick that name.
Well, yeah,
that was before that was way before the Fast and Furious series.
Isn't his name like Lance Worthington or
It's
something?
Mark Sinclair.
Mark Sinclair, yeah. That's a sick ass name, dude.
It's a dope name.
Yeah. I don't know. Damn, dude.
Pitch Black.
Pitch Black with
starring Mark Sinclair.
That sounds dope as fuck.
The Chronicles of Sinclair. Okay. So yeah, fuck Vin Diesel, dude. Imagine being that family, like.
Yeah. They were like devastated, like, because of that. It's crazy. They could have, if they're gonna blow up the fucking car, they could have.
How much did they sell it for?
I don't
That was
remember.
the other thing too. Is I don't think that they got it for like what the car is actually, because it's a classic car.
Yeah.
They got a lot, but I think not what it would have totally been worth had they held on to it.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I don't remember.
They were
the
undersold
figures.
considering he was gonna blow the shit out of it.
Speaking of undersold, that leads me to the rest of my story about the 57 Bug. So my grandpa, rest in power, right? He passed away 2 years ago. my grandpa bought the bug for my dad way back when. I wish I had receipts and dates, but I don't because it's hilarious. But he bought the bug for my dad. My dad wanted the bug back eventually, so he bought it back for my grandpa for a higher price. So whenever you brought up the bug around my dad and my grandpa, they would instantly fight because they kept selling it back and forth to each other for like either too cheap or like too much. And then they would fight about it later. And then when you bring it up, like obviously in my grandpa's later years, we would just bring up the bug and they would just start yelling and then stop and be like, okay, you know, that was years ago, you know? And then so when my grandpa passed away, my grandma was still alive. She has since passed, rest in peace. And 2 months before she passed away, I bought the bug because my uncle Miguel wanted it. So I bought the bug from my grandma rather, for very cheap, right? You know, considering the car and like the worth of it, but it stayed in the family. That was the only thing, is that I had to stay in the family. So like I had to give it to somebody else in the family, whatever. And then I moved and I couldn't bring the bug with me. So I gave it to my dad for Father's Day this last year. So my dad didn't want it. My mom doesn't want it. Nobody fucking wants this bug, but it has to stay in the family, right? But I didn't want my uncle to have it because it was my dad's car originally. So I felt like it was my right to have it, whatever, right? And my grandpa would always tell me, because listen, this bug is like, I would have dreams about the bug as a kid, you know? That we were like riding the dunes with the bug. Yeah. You know, and like donuts and shit, whatever.
And it's set up for that too, right? Like,
yeah, so you could put paddles on it to ride in the sand,
Yeah.
you know? And it's a Baja bug, so it's an off-road vehicle, whatever.
Right.
So I wanted it, and my grandpa told me, when you turn 18, mijo, you'll have the bug, fool, you know? And then I turned 18, he's like, when I die, you have the bug, you know? So
over my dead body, fool.
yeah. And then so I'm at the funeral, and you know, I'm shortening up the story to be quick about it, but I'm at the funeral talking to my cousin Marco, and he goes, damn, fool, but I'm getting the bug, you know? And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, nah, grandpa told me that when he dies, I get the bug. He's like, he told me the same thing, fool. So my grandpa was just promising the bug to all my cousins.
To everybody.
Yeah, just like, when I die,
Damn.
you get it, Doug. And so I pulled the trigger on it really quickly and got it when I could. My dad bought it off of me. I gave it to him for Father's Day, and then he gave me money for it later because he was going to restore the bug. So now the bug is almost done, dude. I think at the end of March, it'll be fully restored. Back to a Baja bug, but with a full-on interior and a new engine, new transmission, same engine.
I just love the first half of that story because so many bees. There's a bitter battle over the bartering of the Baja bug.
Oh my god!
The whole time you're talking, this is what the fuck is going through his mind.
He's just thinking about that, Doug.
Yeah. Sounds like Porky Pig over there. I beat your butt.
Jesus Christ, that's fucking cool though. We've never. There was a truck. My brother wanted my grandpa in Texas used to have this Ford pickup.
Right.
Yeah.
And it was like kind of sitting in the driveway for forever. And my brother had wanted to buy it, and he was like saving up money for him. And then we went to go visit one time, and they're like, "Yeah, he sold it." Like,
hell no, dude.
yeah,
I can't imagine. I can't imagine selling the bug to anyone else, dude. I don't care for what profit margin. That's just like,
especially Vin Diesel.
Yeah, dude. Oh, fuck Vin Diesel, man. There's no vehicles in your guys' family that is being like handed down currently.
There was, as I mentioned earlier, there was one that I think my mom got from my grandfather, but I forget what happened to it. There is a story behind that. I'll probably ask her for. Should have asked her before now.
But what kind of car?
What was it? Was it something a bird? But I forget what are they called?
It wasn't a Thunderbird.
Wasn't a Thunderbird.
Oh, a T-Bird.
I think so.
That's a Thunderbird, you idiot.
Oh, fuck.
I fucking knew it.
Son of a bitch. I'm autistic. Don't pick on me.
I'm sorry.
I think it was Pontiac.
See how he gaslights the audience, Doug?
I'm not trying to gaslight anybody.
Everybody loves fucking Ryan.
Yeah.
That's all in your mind. I'm not trying to gaslight.
Meanwhile, he's keeping track of all these times he's gonna give me lashes afterwards.
No. Fuck. I wish I remember because it was a dope car and there was like pictures of it. It was a blue car. I remember that.
I think it was a Pontiac.
Yeah.
He might be right. He remembers better than I do. I should just ask my mom.
My mom's gonna yell at us. Like,
yeah, I'm very sorry. I'll ask you. I promise.
Yeah, we'll have some what's it called? Amendments to the episode later.
Oh yeah.
So there's another car, and my mom had a Nissan Maxima, which should be called a Nissan Mexican, right?
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
a lot of Maximas out there on the roads with foos driving them. And it was, I think, a '99. My mom will correct me. And I remember my mom and dad went out of town for a weekend or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And my sister would drive the Maxima. I didn't have a license yet. I think I was 15, 14, whatever.
Yeah.
And me and her were so hyped because we're going to be home alone, you know what I mean? And we're waiting at the stoplight of Etowanda and Baseline and heading north. And me and her are looking at each other and we're like, we're going to fucking watch this movie. And we're like, yeah, we're going to do this. Yeah. And then I remember the last thing I said was, I'm gonna eat so much ice cream, right? I said that, and then my sister fucking gassed the car into a lifted truck, dude.
I can eat so much ice cream.
Oh no, she hit the car in front of her, which was another sedan, and that girl had her foot off the brake. The light had turned green, right? She had her foot off the brake and on the gas, I'm assuming, and when she got hit, her car launched into the fucking lifted truck. And then my sister knew that girl. And so they were like outside the car like, oh my God, how are you doing?
You just hit my fucking car.
Yeah. And meanwhile, the guy in the lifted truck's like, what the fuck is happening here, dude?
Oh, it made me think of that. Did you see the Snyder cut of
Justice League?
when that fucking garbage truck is just smashing cars and the dude's like, he just drives off like he's having a regular work day.
Yeah.
He's leaving behind fucking explosions.
Just another day in Gotham.
And Cappy kind of dead.
I've been in 2 car accidents.
Oh shit.
Yeah, my older brother was driving, but both of the times it was like a weird. Well, the first time this fool just straight up fucking T-boned us.
Oh.
The guy was making a illegal left, and my brother was making a right, yeah. And that dude just drove straight into the fucking car, and we like chased him down and like got his license plate number, and then we gave it to the cops, but nothing happened. It was a hit and run.
Ugh. Do you guys remember when I crashed my Corolla? Or we weren't really talking that much back then.
No, I don't think so. I had heard about it.
Yeah. It was a month before I got sober.
Right.
So I was driving Uber to get money for weed because I had no money, right? And you know, the thing about car crashes, dude, people are either there for you or they use that as an illusion to hit you with the fucking rugged joke. Am I wrong or am I right?
I think I know where you're going. So
yes. Like, let's say for instance, you got T-boned, dude. Oh, are you okay?
Oh yeah, I'm okay. I'm a little shook up, but you know, it's
yeah. You know what? It's funny you got boned. You know what I mean? Like this, they'll make sure you're okay first to just make a joke about you, right?
Yeah.
So I get in a car crash. I was Uber driving, and the girl in the car did not speak English. She was of Asian descent, right? And so it was just like, it was kind of like, I guess rock bottom in a way, because what I was doing was getting money for weed, you know, which somebody had commented asking, or I think they DM'd me asking about why I got sober and when are we going to talk about that? Maybe in like a spirituality episode.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's aside from the point. But this is a part of that story where, shout out Edward Velasquez, I think his name is. I could be wrong.
Shout that fool out anyway, dude.
Yeah, shout out.
Edward
Shout
Velasquez.
out everyone that listens, fool. Hey, but if you're watching, you can see this right here, dog. Anyways, what's it called? So Brian's like, I want this story, dog. So I get in the car crash. I'm doing the exact same thing you were talking about, the T-bone thing, where I was making a legal left turn, not illegal. And the light was red, so it's time to clear the intersection, right? So I start to make the turn, and this fool gasses it towards me and hits my front end, right? And when people would ask me, like, what happened? I was like, a fat Mexican dude hit my car, you know? Are you okay? I'd be like, yeah. They're like, so you hit yourself, fool?
Self-inflicted injuries or what? Dude, I almost got hit by the car on the on Sunday.
For how?
I was walking.
Oh,
and this
my God.
fool, that just reminded me, like it flashed, like
my life flashed before my eyes.
This dude was making a left turn, and I think he was just frustrated because it's hella traffic. But I was crossing the street, and like I still had like 20 full seconds to cross the street, but because I know that I tried to be courteous, so I jogged a little bit in the front.
Yeah.
And this fool just kept coming and like didn't slow down at all. And I would have stopped and got hit, but he was driving a shitty car. So.
Oh yeah, you know that. Yeah. No insurance.
Yeah. I was just like, what the fuck?
Damn fool. Pedestrians need to get insurance, Doug.
Pedestrian insurance?
Pedestrian insurance, dude.
Damn, I think we just made a new industry. We could fucking make bank. All right, nobody steal our ideas.
Ryan, if you could own a car, what kind of car would it be?
Mustang.
If you're gonna say mustard right now, fool, I'm gonna fucking punch you.
No, 65 Mustang.
Is it gonna be a yellow Mustang?
No, I'd get like
6.5 mustard.
Which one? Which one?
65 Mustang.
Oh, okay. But how big is it?
They're pretty big.
They are? That's the thing I think about American cars. They have like room. Like Japanese and European cars are fucking compact as shit, but Americans like to chill, fool. You know?
Yeah, when I was in high school, we had our history teacher, name was Mr. Schmidt, and he used to always have these phrases that he would say all the time so his whole class was literally just like copying notes. Like he would put notes up and you would just copy them.
I fucking hated those classes, dude.
Do you remember the American history teacher?
Yeah.
That dude was dope.
Anything else?
I have a lot more to say, but continue.
Fucking go!
Fuck, dude, I'm traumatized now. See? Anyway, sorry. Okay. No, Schmidt, he was very charismatic, but he used to always like run through it, but he would say it like anyway, every time he would bring up like American cars during like the industrialization in Detroit and stuff like that, he would always be like and the GM he would always say like, oh, GM didn't make cars, they made boats. You don't park them, you dock them. He said that like 16 times. But anyway, size of the car.
Sounds like a terrible fucking teacher, Doug.
No,
he was really good.
He was?
He used to do a Hitler impression.
It was
okay, never mind.
literally like this is the thing everyone looked for. That's like a rumor that would spread to the younger classes. Like, fuck, you're gonna love Schmidt. He does Hitler impression. But then like he doesn't do it till like the end of the fucking year.
Yeah.
But it was great.
It's like his hot five too. He has it all planned out.
Yeah, he has like a whole bit
He did it for
time.
a talent show.
What?
Yeah.
Man, we went to school at the right time, Doug. You can't get away with that shit
Dude,
now.
he was dope. He was like super like perfect. He researched American history for fun. Like it was like if it wasn't a job, he'd do it anyway.
It's so funny. He's saying he did a Hitler impression and it was dope. And he has a big red shirt on right now.
What lies are you spreading?
He
Like collected army bullets.
The whole thing about like his impression was like he would do it to show like how, to show like how Hitler would talk to his people. Like he would do a speech like that, but he would relate it to like our living. Like so he'd be like talking shit about the rival high school.
Yeah,
and he'd be like they buy up all the books and they don't even know how to read. Yeah.
You know what I hate about teachers in high school?
Everything.
No.
I was gonna be like that they failed you.
Keep in mind too, I went to an all-white high school, so I'm allowed to hate on it, right?
Yeah.
I hate when teachers want to be called doctor, Dog.
But if they're a doctor,
I know, but when they make a big deal about it,
well, that's what
it's like open micers being like, "Damn fool, you suck at comedy." It's like, fool, we're in the same room right now. You know what I mean?
our principal.
Am I wrong or am I wrong?
No, I know what you're saying.
Right?
Our principal.
Hey, Mr. Schmidt, dog. No doctor fool. I just spit. Sorry, go for it.
No, it's our principal got a doctorate, and so people were calling him Dr. Cruz, but he got his doctorate in some like bullshit like. What was it? It was like business relations or
kinesiology.
Dude, Dr. Cruz sounds like a morning DJ.
Shout out Jake Cruz.
He
likes everything. Yeah.
No, that was it. Like but it's like he wanted everybody to call him doctor, but I was like, your doctor's in some bullshit, dude.
Yeah, dude, you doctor of ants, dog. What the fuck?
Doctor of ants.
Antsiology, fool.
Yeah.
Anyways, all that to say though, my coolest teacher in high school, the one that had like, little myths, there's like a mythical creature at the school, was Dr. Shrimp. This fool was sick. Because you
Shrimp?
knew if you took his class, you're going to blow shit up, dog.
Damn, that's like East Fed. There was East Fed and there was another teacher that I forget his name.
What's it called? Like, we would be in other classes, and we would look out the window and see this fool with this whole class blowing shit up outside, and we'd be like, just hands on the window, just like, I wish, fool, you know? And then I got Dr. Shrimp for class, and it was fucking awesome, dude. You felt like you were gonna die every day, dude. You know what I mean?
He's like fucking Marty.
For reals, this fool would light shit like he would light the ceiling on fire and shit.
Dude, there was a chemistry teacher that was like that. I forget his name. And it was a weird,
Yeah, he was a chemistry
like
teacher.
dorky name. Everyone loved him, but then he became the vice principal, and he was just the hugest fucking asshole.
Oh, Ippolito.
Yeah. Different guy, but that guy too. What is it about being a vice principal? It makes you just angry at
Our
everyone.
vice principal was a cuck. I said it.
I said it.
His name was Mr. Hollister, dog.
He sounds
Damn.
awful.
Did they call him Abercrombie or what?
Abercrombie and a beat?
No, this fool, Mr. Hollister, he was like 5'6", dog. Which, hey, shout out if you're 5'6", you know?
Short Kings.
Short Kings. I'm on your side. Not Mr. Hollister, though. But this fool was just happy all the time. Don't be happy all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's scary.
That is scary, fool.
It's a little creepy.
Because, like, when you get mad, what happens, fool? You know what I mean? Yeah, okay, thank you. Ryan knows what I'm saying. What's it called? So, Mr. Hollister was short, fucking, he looked like, I'm trying to think of, he looked like Diego Luna with glasses, fool. But
That
with,
sounds pretty cute.
shout out
That
Diego
sounds
Luna.
like someone named Mr. Shrimp.
Mr. Shrimp looked like a burly guy. He looked like George Clooney with a weight problem, you know?
Okay.
Anyways, I'm just trying to paint the
Salad
picture
bulb.
here.
High five.
But Mr. Hollister was a bitch, fool. Did I ever tell you that story about me? I thought we were talking about cars. Anyways. Did I ever tell you that story about me getting on a death list?
No. The fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody
did.
wanted to kill me, fool.
Yeah, because you called him, because you fucking told him something, right?
Yeah, so I was in a computer class, and it was like this hillbilly ass fool that was like, yeah, I'm talking like this. Like, that's how he talked. He was a new student. It was freshman year.
It was Johnny Stewart.
It looked like Johnny Stewart, dog.
Actually, we went to school.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've known that fool since second grade.
Damn, I'm sorry for you, Doug. Shout out Johnny Stewart. But no, so this fool, every day he would call me a spick, right? And he was just like, I guess that's how his parents talked to him, whatever, right? Yeah. And I was really good at computer class. That's where I learned how to type real fast. You know, shout out if you guys can type as fast as I do, 90 words a minute.
Fuck you.
Yeah, fool. He's just full.
I tried to nitro type race this fool, and I got 30 words per minute.
Yeah, Doug. Nah, fool.
I got, I think, 75 last time.
That's what's up. This fool, I call this fool index, dog. He only uses his index fingers.
Is this my index finger?
He really doesn't know.
Fuck you.
He doesn't know. Anyway, so
I hate it here.
this fool, the white guy, he would always call me spick, and one day I called him a cracker, and then like you could hear like all the white people go, and then fast forward a couple months, this fool doesn't show up to class for a week or whatever,
Fuck.
and then I get called to the dean's office with Mr.
Fuck.
Hollister and a dean, right? The dean. Shout out the dean. She was really cool. And they go, did you call, let's say Robert. I don't know his name. Did you call Robert a cracker? I'm like, that fool called me a spick every day, fool, you know, like trying to fight for my rights and shit. And then she goes, no, it's fine. It's just that you're on his fucking hit list. And they show me like a 2-year-old's drawing of like, he misspelled my name and shit.
That fool work at Starbucks now?
Yeah. But he got expelled. And the thing about it is that his dad was a police officer, so he had access to a weapon.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
And that fool's dad would have totally covered it up.
Yeah.
Fuck, I thought it was going to end like a Billy Madison moment. Like, I'm glad I called that guy.
And then, of course, they tell my parents, you know, your son's on a hit list. And my mom's like, what did he do? You know?
What did
He
do?
deserved it, obviously.
Yeah, some people make principals honor roll, but
I made a hit
I
list.
made a
fool.
hit list.
Yeah.
So we're both crushing
It's
it.
like your callback at the reunion, but did you make the hit list?
Yeah. And the hits never stop, fool. So, and then I play the next song.
Do it here,
You're the
but don't
DJ.
stop it. Call back.
Anyways, okay, back to cars. You guys
yeah.
take it away.
Cars go vroom.
Oh, now they do, huh?
Did you ever go to car shows?
Just leaves? What the fuck? Cars go through. I'm out, dude.
Did you ever go to like car shows or anything?
Nah, fool. That's what we should have done is go to a car show, then done an episode about it.
Dang.
This could be School-Isimo, and then we could talk. It should just be called High School-Isimo, dog.
I guess at this point.
Damn, fool.
Yeah, the place I'm living in now does they don't do it now because of restrictions, but they used to do a car show, like a parade, every Saturday.
We should hit up Whittier Boulevard. That's the spot.
They do
to
one
be.
too.
How about that, fool? This is High School-Isimo, and then we go to a car show and do Car-Isimo.
I mean, we did do a lot of car talk at the beginning.
Yeah, we did.
Did you guys listen to Car Talk?
What is that?
It's a NPR show. It's like a morning radio show, but it's all about cars, and it's these two brothers. One of them's dead now, but they still air it. It's crazy. They air reruns, but it's like something you'd see in a Billy Crystal movie.
Yeah,
like it's two brothers from New York, and they just take questions, like people ask them, and they're like really smart, like they know everything, and they're like they sound like Beekman. They're from New Jersey.
They sound like Beekman.
It's funny that he doesn't know who that is.
No, it's a really fun show.
It was just funny how you tried to look at your brother, but you looked up first.
I can't see.
Beekman's World. Dude, Beekman's World was the shit. That would have been. I'm surprised that wasn't more popular than Bill Nye. That guy was awesome.
I loved Bill Nye, dude. Did you guys like Bill Nye when you were in school?
Science rules. I just know it from school.
I just like the intro. There's a lot of shows that I thought I liked, but like when I watched them, I was like, I just like the intro.
Did you ever dance for the intro? Don't lie, fool. You're a kid and you hear Bill.
That was the funniest fucking. Someone drew like a newspaper comic, and it's like the flags of the countries talking. He's like, "Where's America?" He's like, "Hold on, Bill Nye," and then fucking America busting Bill. It was funny.
Nah, that fool was lit, dog. Neil deGrasse Tyson. There's no Neil. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that guy's pretty dope.
Who, Neil?
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't say he wasn't. I'm just saying he doesn't have a theme song, dog.
Yeah. Not every scientist has a theme song.
But then did you hear that shit that Bill Nye's not even a scientist, fool?
Well, he doesn't have a doctorate. He just studies it.
But also, like, Hank Green is fucking... He has a master's in something, but he's like the science person of TikTok.
I mean...
Yeah. Hank Green,
not my president. You know what I'm saying? Bill Nye, dog.
I've never watched a single Hank Green
I do. Video. It's pretty cool.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Does he make it fun and interesting?
Yeah.
I mean, Bill Nye's on location and shit, dog. He's like, this is a crater, and I probably shouldn't even be here. You know, like, and then, Bill.
That guy's dope. I think he has a new show now, right?
Bill?
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I forget what it's called. But
that fool shouldn't have to work another day in his life, dog.
He did something with Tyler, the Creator, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying, dude? Pushing the culture, too? Shit. Bill Nye's in the new Jackass.
You crazy for this one, Bill?
Hey, Bill, you crazy for this one, man?
I'm telling you, dude, if you had ever seen Beekman's World, I loved Beekman's World.
It's the same thing, but there was a dude dressed up as a giant rat. That's it.
I feel like I've seen Beekman's World, but...
Beekman's World is just like Bill Nye, but with like a thick New York accent.
Yes, I've seen this. People say that I look like Beekman.
You do a little bit.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
When your hair was up, you looked like him.
You had that Barton Fink hair?
Yeah. Now I look like a sad basketball fan with this net hat.
Dude, he does the show. Like, he travels doing the Beekman's World.
Oh, yeah?
I kind of want to catch it.
What do you think?
Beekman's World does live shows.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, dude. Bill Nye would be selling out theaters, though. You know that.
It's because they don't know about that Beekman.
Fucking shit. I missed those days, dude. Like, he accomplished his goal, dude. He made science fun to learn. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
He sounds so inspired right now.
No, I am. I like, think about it, dude. My teacher put on Casablanca, and I got sent to the principal's office for fake crying. You know what I mean? You're not gonna fake cry at some Bill Nye shit.
Why'd you fake cry?
Because I hate Casablanca's boring as fuck, dog. What do you mean? Why did you cry? I remember Humphrey Bogart was like, "I'm leaving you," and then the girl was like, "No," and then I was like, "Ah!" like a fake cry. And then Mr. Bocanegra sent me to the principal's office.
Mr. what?
Bocanegra.
Okay.
Yeah, you know Carlos Bocanegra, the soccer player?
No, I don't know.
He was his dad.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
So when people ask you about Casablanca, you're like, frankly, I don't give a damn.
Is that
That's not the right movie, you bitch.
It's not. That would have been a great joke if I don't know those movies. I'll be honest.
Then don't make a joke, dog.
That would have been dope if that was. I thought that was the line. That would have been so cool.
This fool reached for the cliff and
Wait,
was
then
3 miles away,
What movie
dog.
was that? What movie
That's
was
fucking Gone with the Wind, stupid.
It is?
Okay, don't do that. That was aggressive, dude.
I don't know if that's right.
You don't know if it's right to begin with, fool.
Mister, I know fucking everything.
I know.
How about bees?
About bees. Anyways, so do you have any more high school stories? We need to go to a car show, Doug. We need to go to a car show.
That'd be dope. I've been to a few. Like, there's the car parade in Whittier, and then I was in auto mechanics for my senior year, and they took us to a
Well, yeah, Ryan knows how to work on cars. Isn't that crazy?
little bit. I don't remember a lot of it, but I could play a prank on you.
What?
I got hooked.
The honk.
Yeah, I could hook your honk horn to the
Your honk horn.
the wire that connects the horn to your brakes.
So every time you press the brakes, it honks.
The
Yeah.
mechanic looks at your car, is like, yeah, your car is canines of the mouth.
But one of the field trips we went to the Wolf Tech Institute, and we went to a drag race. It was pretty cool.
I got lightheaded.
One time I tried to change my own oil and I didn't put the filter on right.
Yeah.
And I fucking blew a hole in my engine block.
Oh my
Yeah.
god,
It's
dude.
fucked up.
And you fucking making fun of my knowledge. Dude, I'm anxious. I had so much coffee and I've had like
You make fun of my muffin.
You fucking my muffins.
Oh,
You make fun of my muffin knowledge. I mean, okay, sorry. Shout out Diego Luna. I wish you were here, homie. No, you know what's cool too? We did a live watch of Blood In, Blood Out. We attempted to. It was failed.
Yeah, I didn't know that fucking
that movie
Ernie
is
was
so
in that movie.
long.
What's it called? It is it's 3 hours long. Shout out to all the filmmakers that stuck around for fucking apparently 3 years to make that movie, Doug.
Yeah. that shit was wild.
That's not true, but 3 hours, 3 years, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But you could get a cameo of what's his name? Miklo.
Yeah, Mikola, his name is Damien Chapo or something like that.
Damien Chapa. You could get a fucking cameo of Damien Chapa, dude. But you know what I want?
Ernie.
No. I think you're not thinking outside the box enough here. I want to go to a car show and have a bunch of like people at the car show shout out Isimo podcast, Doug.
Damn, we'll get an
That is
Isimo
way out of the
lowrider.
box.
Yeah, dude.
That'd be
Bro,
sick.
are you kidding me? Isimo tour bus, Doug, that with hydraulics, Doug. Are you kidding me?
Oh, dude, when I was I almost fell out of a car once because
Yeah.
my uncle, he had this old Lincoln, and they put hydraulics in it, and so like he would drive around fucking like with the switches and stuff.
Flipping switches, Doug.
Yeah, and so he used to ride it. My cousins and I would all ride around in the back, and I almost fell out one time because the window was open and he put it on like all the way on the side. I was like, phew.
Have you seen the trucks with hydraulics? They put it in the what do they call it? The carriage section. It's not the whole car; it's just the back end. and
Oh,
it, like,
okay.
bounces up and shit.
No, I haven't seen that.
dope.
I just said that and didn't know it was real. Where did Dominic almost fall out? The open window.
Don't fly.
Don't fly at the open windows. Sorry, what were we talking about right now?
High school. I don't know. I lost track.
I didn't even know, dude.
Muffins.
When do you get cars? In high school. fool. So that's why it's. So that's why we talked about high school. Though.
Oh, that's how that started. It was you said your first car was when you were 16?
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't get a car. We used to have a Nissan Sentra, but that was the one. I used to love that car. It was a 97 Nissan Sentra, and it was like kind of old and shitty, but it ran really well. And it was I was supposed to get it, but then it got T-boned.
Do you ever make fun of people that drive you around, Ryan?
No. Well,
Like, hey, my chauffeur's here, or something like that.
no.
Why not, fool?
I was gonna say like not about driving, but I make fun of you.
Well,
And you've like taken us to lunch.
When I was in 7th grade, no, I was in 8th grade. I was waiting to get picked up from band practice, and I was waiting outside with my teacher. And as a joke, because I was waiting, my mom was running late. She had a meeting or something, so she picked me up, and as a fucking joke, I said, "Oh, my chauffeur's here." Ha 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 ha. And this fool fucking told my mom.
Damn, fool, you tattle, dog.
And I was like, what the fuck, dude? I
How
thought
old
we
were you?
cool. I was like 13.
So how old would that made me?
I don't know.
You're
10,
bad at math.
10.
Yeah.
Once a tattle, always a tattle, fool.
So chill out, homie. Was
He
a
didn't.
child.
No, you didn't. My teacher told.
Oh.
My teacher told my mom at a band tournament because my brother was in high school, and then also I don't know what so it didn't look good because my brother and his friends used to have like this running joke. It was with there were girls like that would make this joke, but I don't know. They had a catchphrase where they would go, "Shut up, girl, make my lunch."
Oh my God.
The girls would say that.
Yeah. Ryan finds it hilarious.
No, because I remember the rest of the story. Continue.
But so they were at a band tournament and there was a booth where you could make buttons. And so my brother...
Button booth.
A button booth. Rockin' to the beat. So my brother made a button and it said, "Shut up, girl, make my lunch."
Your brother went to the button booth?
My brother went to the button booth.
Bargained over the bed bug. Okay.
Oh boy. Anyway, so then as my fucking teacher was ratting me out, also it was a dumb joke. I was like, "Oh, this is my chauffeur," because I'm fucking poor.
Yeah. Let me have my moment, dog.
Yeah. So he was telling, "Oh, your son made a very funny joke," and then she got all mad. And then at the same time, with that, he was telling my mom the story. My brother walked up with a fucking button that says, "Shut up, girl, make my lunch."
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah, so
Damn.
I think he kept that button too. Like
for a while.
he had one of those vests where he just like loads it up with buttons.
Y'all need to go to Misogyny Anonymous, dog.
Y'all need massage therapy, fool.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna rub all the bad feelings of misogyny away, fool.
This was a massage gymnast.
Just like as he's rubbing your back, like women are equal. Instead of like what do you call it? Waves, like ocean
Yeah.
noises.
Yeah. Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
But the girls were the ones that said it.
Yeah, that was like the funniest thing is like my mom hated that he had that button because he kept it and he'd have to explain like, "Well, it's not me though. They said it."
Yeah.
These girls are wild, fool. They
They
say
was-
it themselves.
Yeah, they would say that to my brother. They'd go, "Shut up, girl, make my lunch." Like that.
Yeah, dude, it's a different time, man. When we were in high school, shit was wild. It wasn't okay, but it was wild, dude. I made a couple of what is it called? With my friends, we made some songs that would not go well today, but it was all in humor because that was the humor of the time. But now it's looked at as not funny, foo, because it should be that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We had a song called "You're My B, You Can't Do That S," and it was just like a super misogynistic song.
Yeah.
And I didn't write the lyrics. I just thought it was hilarious. Obviously, I don't find it that funny now. When you listen to it now, you're like, Jesus Christ, dude. You
Can't
know?
even rhyme.
You
Yeah.
kept it? I'm just kidding.
There was a line in the song where he says, "Stay in the kitchen and cook me my food. I'm not just joshing, baby. Those are the rules." Anyways,
That did
One time when I was in high school, do you want to have something to say?
No, I was just messing around.
One
I'm like
time-
very hyper right now.
I could tell.
So much coffee.
This
Shut the
fool's-
fuck up.
I'll call you Ryan Jitters, fool.
Ryan Jitters.
Yeah.
Derek Jitters, fool. I was in high school and there was this girl, I'll tell you her name after because it's a crazy name. But I don't remember what happened. Fuck. We were in class, right? And this girl was being really loud. And so I'm like, "Would you shut up?" And then she looks at me, she's like, "Ew, don't tell me to shut up. I'm not your girlfriend." And I was like, "I don't talk to my girlfriend like that. I don't know what you're used to." And everybody was like, "Whoa!" Some kid in the back was like, "He just said you got a fucked up relationship."
Oh,
And the teacher was like, "Whoa!"
Even the teacher.
Yeah.
This fool defied gravity with his humor.
Yeah.
Dang,
I
dog.
feel bad saying that
Yeah.
because
That's
it turned
funny,
out
man.
she was.
Oh no.
It was just like shitty, like high school drama relationships.
Yeah.
Where like, it's so funny thinking about like relationships in high school because it's like, what the fuck are you fighting about?
Yeah.
Like, you don't.
Can we all just get along, fool?
Can we all just get along?
Yeah, that was the most annoying thing about high school, dude. This one kid would always come up to me and call me names, Doug, and everyone would start laughing. And then this one time, his friend, like his best friend in high school, sat with me and he's like, "Hey, fool, we're just joking, Doug." I'm like, "But why does it hurt, Doug?" It's crazy.
Freak. Oh, I had a brain
fool.
fart.
There was this kid in high school that his name was Alan, and he was short. He was super short, like 5'2", but he had a really tall girlfriend that was like 5'9", and like people used to make fun of him. I mean, short king, dude. This fool was like, he was a skateboarder, so he used to wear baggy clothes, and he always had his skateboard on him. He was fucking cool, but it was just funny to see them together. But the funniest thing was like one time I was walking through the halls, and like when you see like when you were in high school and like couples would hang out and like the guys would be sitting, and then the girls would be like leaning into them, like and they were like making
P2V and shit.
Yeah. So the thing is, like, for them to do that, she had to be sitting. So she was sitting on the bench and he was like on her, like. But the funniest thing was that like he was on his skateboard and they were like, he was on his skateboard and she was sitting like, oh, but like they were the same height. And he was on top of his skateboard, like and he was like doing this shit with his hips, and like because he would roll back and forth. It was, I don't know.
Did you see his eyes? He was like,
it was really funny.
Did you guys ever witness a fight in high school?
Oh, dude, there was like once a year we'd have like a big rumble, and like it was like it was scheduled and shit.
Like the Outsiders.
Yeah, I remember once a year we would be on lockdown for 2 weeks. Because it was a big ass fight between the gangs.
That's true. There's also like a lot of stories of like teachers getting angry at students.
They would fight the teachers, like?
Like a dude would take a swing at the teacher and he'd defend him. Like, I wouldn't say there's ever been a moment where like a teacher like punched a student in the face, but they would, it
would lead to that.
Not let themselves get beat up.
Yeah.
There was this teacher named Mr. Whitman that everybody hated. He liked me. Everybody hated him. And I never did any fucking work in his class, but I was really smart, so he just liked me.
You were really... I like he just snuck that in. I was really smart.
Yeah, because I would pass all my tests. I just didn't do my homework.
Yeah.
Same.
But it was on a bell curve. You got a D every time. Just kidding.
Well, I used to get fucking pissed because... Well, so I was taking Earth Science. And then there was a version of it that was called Hazards or something like that. It was called Hazards. And so that was like for like juniors and I was a freshman.
Yeah.
And so he's like, I think I'm gonna put you, like, give you the work like that I give the juniors. And I was like, cool. And then I was like, do I get credit for that? And he's like, no, you still be getting Nerd Science credit. And I'm like, well, I'm not doing any fucking work then. Because fuck, what am I going to do harder work for?
Yeah.
If you're not giving me credit for it. Anyway, so, but the whole point is that everybody fucking hated this fool because he was white, and that's pretty much it.
I didn't like Natural Hazards.
Natural Hazards, that's what it's called. He was writing on the board one time, and some fool named Gabino, the name I get my joke from. I mean, the joke, yeah. Anyway, he walked up behind him with a pencil and just like kind of poked him on the back with the pencil, and he was like, give me all your money. And this fool was like, oh, don't hurt me.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, but it was like a joke, and then that fool got expelled.
Damn.
Oh, yeah. I didn't like Natural Hazards because that was like the class they put you in instead of chemistry if you were like, they thought you were too dumb for chemistry.
Oh.
Yeah, it was supposed to be the harder version of Earth Science, but the dumber version of chemistry. It was like the dumbest
science.
Yeah. Dog, I got put in remedial classes in college, and I'm like, do you understand where I came from, Doug? Like my high school was like ranked super high. Obviously now,
yeah.
Like the area is very how do you say that word?
White,
yes, but also like higher class. What do you say, like
Caucasian?
Caucasian. Oh, there's a word for it that escapes me now because I didn't do well in school.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's why you're in remedial classes.
But
high end.
But you know what's crazy about remedial classes in college? You don't get credit for those classes.
Yeah, you have to take them to pat like.
Doc, don't accept me, fool. Because you know why too though? I didn't take those tests seriously. I took the SAT seriously, and I got a perfect score.
I didn't take
a perfect score.
No. I didn't
get a perfect your score. Name wrong.
No, I took the SAT. I took it seriously. I even took the practice SAT seriously. And then when it came to like the test comprehension and math to get into college, you had to take a test to a placement test or whatever. Mm-hmm. I was like, fuck, I want to get out of here, dude. So I just filled it out. I literally just scribbled in the Scantron. Yeah. That was the noise of the pencil on the Scantron. Yeah. And remedial, dude. The most remedial. You know?
The most remedial.
Yeah. In the yearbook, that's what I was. The most remedial student.
I was like...
I didn't take the SATs.
Oh, you didn't?
I took the...
in California, remedial kids are exempt.
I'm pretty sure I scored a 1260 on the SAT. Out of 1,800. No, out of 5 million. Just kidding.
I took the PSATs, but I didn't take the SAT.
Yeah.
For me, they told me it was only necessary if I was trying to go to university.
Yeah.
But I had to go to community college first. I didn't have the grades for university.
What were you guys' GPAs in high school?
Fucking terrible.
My final was 3.5.
Oh, okay, that's.
I would have had a 4, but I failed my freshman year.
I almost didn't walk because I almost failed my AP English.
Yeah.
But I passed with a D. That's because I didn't do any fucking homework.
Yeah.
In my junior year for AP History, Schmidt, he had this dope ass rule where he's like, if you pass your AP test at the end of the year, he's like, it doesn't matter what grade you have in my class, you'll have an A if you pass the test. And I passed. So I was
I'm pretty sure they had that same rule at my school. Because you know how they say geniuses are idiots when it comes to like classwork.
Yeah.
But I got a 1 on all the AP tests I ever took.
Damn. I didn't get any AP classes. I probably should have. I fucked up my school career my freshman year. Like I failed. I had to take all of 4 classes again in summer school to prevent me from being held back. And that fucked up the rest of that led to future decisions where I couldn't get into chemistry because I didn't pass science. I can only get into natural history or natural hazards. Shit like that. I couldn't take pre-cal or anything because I had to catch up on algebra and geometry. Dude, what's after geometry?
Algebra 2.
Yeah, I couldn't take algebra 2 because I had to take geometry, but my geometry teacher didn't give a fuck. Half the time we were just watching the show Numbers. Seriously. And we'd do pop quizzes, and I just did all the pop quizzes and got enough extra credit to get a B in that class.
Speaking of geometry, I have 2 things about geometry. First of all, First of all, you know the DARE program?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So the police officer that comes to talk to the students, right?
Uh-huh.
His name was Officer Obtuse. And he was fat. This fool just had a bad, what is it called? What is it?
Dealt a bad hand.
Dealt a bad hand, dude. Yeah.
Was his partner a dog named Acute?
No.
Because he's an acute puppy.
Fuck you, Ryan. And then the other thing is my geometry teacher, Mr. Mariansky, I think I told you guys this before. He had a brick stomach.
Yeah.
Big ass stomach that had a fucking rectangle at the end. And when he would draw things on the board, right? I'm not going to say that he did this all the time. There was one time, dog, where he drew an equation on the board. And it was he's filling out the space so it came to his stomach. And he turned to tell us something about the equation and turned back around and he erased it with his stomach, dog. And you could hear snickers in the class, just and he was like, where did that go? I just drew it. Didn't I just? Sad, dude. Super sad. Right? But it's also lose a couple pounds, Mr. Mariansky. You know what I mean?
That was a long way to get there from geometry.
Well, those are both things had to do with being fat.
Okay.
Anyway, so
I like that you were like, speaking of shapes,
Yeah.
here's all the fat people I know.
I used to like trigonometry, and then so I loved math. I thought I would like calculus, but that shit was fucking boring.
yeah.
I hated calculus. I
that's the
I dropped
classic
it in my
trigonometry.
first semester, and then I just took a free sixth, so I
Yeah.
could leave early from school.
I couldn't. I needed to like boost my credits. I had to take extra classes.
Did you guys take PE only 2 years?
We were
No.
in band, so I didn't take PE.
So there was a thing where you needed to take PE for 2 years
Yes.
unless you took a sport or an extracurricular.
Yeah.
So for marching band, but the it was kind of like a trap because you only got credit for one semester of PE because during marching season that counted, but then the rest of the time it wasn't, which was bullshit because I was in drumline, and so it's like we would compete all year round.
Yeah.
And I never got credit for that.
Yeah, I was in baseball my first semester of high school. And then I didn't make the team, so they kicked me out. But that's where I think I told you guys before, that's where I heard my first dirty joke.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, where we were all stretching outside. And you know that stretch where you put your legs above your head like that on the floor?
Yeah.
And then one kid did it really well. And the coach was like, man, if I could do that, I would never leave my house. Because he's sucking his own dick. Anyways.
I don't get why that's a straight dude's fantasy. Like, I don't think straight dudes would be good at it to begin with.
I went to an all-white high school, dude.
Gross.
That's
Just kidding.
why.
I'm kidding.
But also that same teacher, I forget his name. I don't want to say any names, but he got fired because he tried to suck his own dick on the clock. Just kidding. No, he got fired because he roughed up a black student in the locker room, and to top that off, called him the N-word.
Good riddance.
Yes.
Yeah.
Say that fool's name. I don't care.
No, I don't know his name. That's why.
Okay.
Yeah. Because Mr. Solorzano is the one that took my hat off and saw my skin and was like, giving me back. But it was something along those lines. It started with an S. That fool got ostracized. Is that the word?
Yeah.
Anyways. Yeah, that was a whirlwind episode. We started with cars and we ended up with high school.
I didn't even tell any high school stories.
Yeah, you did.
Go for it. Tell us one.
There was one I was trying to remember, but it was like related to context that you had brought up.
I was talking about fights. I was asking you guys, have you guys ever seen fights?
Yeah. I do remember, I might have mentioned it before, but our principal one time had to like body slam a girl because she kept trying to attack him.
Oh my gosh.
That was insane.
Ippolito was huge, dude. That fool was like Jeff Garland.
Well, I was talking about Cruz.
Oh, Cruz?
That dude had
fool's
a
punk.
Everyone hates on that guy. No, he was all right.
Because he was fake as fuck, dude.
I do remember I had a friend who, at the time, I think they've gotten clean since, but they were like kind of in a bad place in high school. But I just remember, like, I would ask them about the weekend, and they're like, I don't fucking remember. I blacked out. But I remember one time they came back, I'm like, apparently I fucked some dude up. Because it was a girl. And she gets hit on a lot. And what a lot of dudes don't know is that she's been boxing since she was, like, her dad, like, would show her boxing matches when she was, like, back when she was a teenager. And then she took boxing well into high school. So she could, like, fight. And so apparently some dude was hitting on her and she rejected him, and so he tried to hit her and she broke his nose.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember I would always hear about fights at the school. There was always fights happening, but I was never really around them. I was a loner, so I would just be looking at the wall and shit. And there was one time where I was going to English class, Mrs. Ba, and I was walking, you know how you walk with your thumbs in your arm or in the backpack, where you're basically saying like,
I'm ready for school.
Yeah, yeah, I'm a good student. You know, I was walking and I saw this one girl book it next to me, right? Dude, so fast running, right? And I was like, she's kind of cute, you know, like just like thoughts while you have your thumbs in your backpack and stuff. And then I saw this other girl run past her, but grab her hair as she's running and just boom, slam her on the floor.
Not anymore.
Yeah, I was like, oh, there's gonna be some lifelong trauma here. And then they started beating the shit out of each other. And then a bunch of fucking people just out of nowhere, dog, just like gathered around this fight. And I was right there, dog. I was like, dang, fool, this does feel good, dog. You know, just being the one to witness it. Because then I could go around telling people, you know, I saw this fight, fool. But then I would just tell the wall because nobody talked to me.
I feel like you were mentioning your thumb in the tassel. I feel like if you put them in the little holes of the tassels, like that kid has ADHD because he's pretending he's like parachuting.
Okay.
You whatever.
No, yes, I was letting you do the act out because that was so funny.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I was just making a joke.
No, I used to, as a kid, maybe I do have, we talked about this before the podcast. Maybe I do have ADHD, but I told you before, I would always be in my room as a kid with a little stool, like with 4 legs, you know, and the legs you could unscrew and like use the thing, you like use your imagination basically. But I would always act like I was inside of like a fucking TIE fighter, dog, like from Star Wars, with like the legs touching my shoulders and underneath my sides. And I'll be like, oh, yeah, I got Luke in my sights, you know, like trying to kill Luke Skywalker.
Why are you trying to kill Luke Skywalker?
Because I'm in a TIE fighter.
Oh, because that's the setup you have.
Because it doesn't look like an X-Wing. You know what I mean?
This guy doesn't know X-Wings. Fucking.
Yeah.
We like roast you for not being nerdy.
Sorry, I don't know Star Wars. Fool.
But yeah, I used to do that shit, and then I used to act like my blanket was eating me.
What?
I would play vampires with my blanket. Except I always lost. All right, y'all. That's the episode for today. I'll probably put an amendment at the beginning being like, hey, we wanted to do cars, but we did high school, fool, so we'll deal with it. Like,
people, that was one of the comments that somebody wanted to hear high school stories. So.
well, there you go, fool. You're welcome, Doug.
Yep.
What should they comment below, Ryan?
Tell us one of your scandalous stories from high school.
Dominic?
What should they comment? Either what was your first car, or what was your chemistry teacher's name?
Yeah, what was your chemistry teacher's name?
Yeah.
And a scandalous moment from your high school.
Yeah.
If you haven't already, follow us on Instagram at Isimo Podcast, and follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, and rate and review, please. We almost are at 300 reviews on Spotify.
Already?
Yeah.
They just turned that shit on.
I know, fool. It's crazy, Doug. Thank you so much. Subscribe to the YouTube and get ready for more content, fool. Yeah. Okay, no more. And follow us on, or join our Patreon for $5 a month. You get extra episodes every week. In this episode, we discussed the Super Bowl and Will Smith. And what else did we talk about? I forget.
It's on the board.
It's on the board. I can't see the board, fool.
Talked about Denny's.
We talked about, Denny's, Italian restaurants, Olive Garden.
Fuck Olive Garden? No, I'm just kidding.
Fuck you, dog. But yeah, go ahead and join. And for $20 a month, you get a shout out on the podcast and your face in our studio, which fucking, all these names need to get faces, fool.
Yeah.
We have the faces behind Ryan and Dominic
we're gonna
now.
start adding to this side. So
Yeah, we'll add it. We'll add where it could be seen at all times. I'll put some on the blinds. I don't give a fuck, dog.
I'm legally blind.
I'm legally blind. But yeah, have a great day, and we'll talk. But most importantly, don't fly.
Peace on my podcast.
Yeah. Fucking stupid ass phone, dude.
That girl that I told you, why I would say her name off the air because I don't want to drop it, but her name's. Yeah, it's not even a real name.
I put this in at the end.
I forgot you're still recording.